Welcome to another week of your journey. By now, some heroes on a hero's journey are settling into a routine and see smooth sailing ahead. Others are pushing through important challenges, and many have no idea what is just around the corner. On a hero's journey, there is always a sense of adventure, which can be both spontaneous and fun, but it also means that you don't know what challenges lie ahead. As a parent, you may have already been experiencing a real struggle your child has encountered, or possibly a bigger, more important struggle is yet to come. Either way, here is what I do know. Your child will inevitably face a struggle that is particularly hard for you as a parent. Many times, the hardest struggles are the ones that we faced ourselves, bringing back the tender feelings of pain and heartache. As a parent, you just might be entering the final showdown, an important part of the hero's journey. Probably the most difficult part of the journey as you face something that you personally deeply fear. In a learner-driven community, there are 3 specific ways that we see young people struggle: distraction, sacrificing long-term goals for short-term thrills; resistance to doing something hard; and victimhood, feeling like you're controlled by your circumstances rather than in charge of your own destiny. Our goal is to help your young hero overcome these 3 challenges in a supportive community with a set of tools to help empower them. There are no victims at Heroes Academy because there is always a tool that you can use to assist you. The tool set of any hero starts with contracts. Each hero has the power to uphold the contract in the studio, firmly and kindly. As the contract evolves, it will likely have a layer of accountability where a hero buck can be requested from another hero who continues to break their promises. A hero who continues to break promises could eventually be asked to leave the community, so the power is real and an important part of the learning to set boundaries and keep promises. Poor behavior will quickly stop if a hero develops the courage to uphold contract promises. The second tool is town hall meetings. If your child is facing a problem that many or most heroes face, you can challenge them to bring it up in town hall meeting. Town hall meeting is a safe place for studio issues to be raised, discussed, and voted on. Each hero has a voice that can change the community. The third tool is conflict resolutions at the peace table. If your child has an outstanding issue with any other hero, challenge them to go to the peace table to share how they feel. Guides are always available to facilitate conflict resolutions and encourage them when needed. So before you react to a problem in the studio, there are a few questions that you can ask yourself so that you can know how to react, if at all. The first question you want to ask is a child being intentionally harmed, either physically or emotionally? If so, email the guides at eguide@heroesacademy.org and encourage your hero to talk about it with a guide. The second question is, does this bother them or just me? If just me, wait and observe. Trust that your child will figure it out. Does this bother them? Great. Encourage them to use the tools that they have to make the studio a better place. In most cases, a hero knows the courageous action that they must take, but would rather a parent step in and rescue them. If you find yourself frustrated that there seems to be a big problem or challenge, but your hero isn't taking action, resist the urge to break the parent contract and intervene. In this scenario, I like to ask a few additional questions. The first is, am I feeding this story? In other words, do I care so much that my child senses it and enjoys the attention? Second, is it possible that I don't know the full story? We often see young heroes who share only a part of the story to please parents, and understandably so. This often results in a problem that your child seems to have, but does nothing about. We find that oftentimes problems in the studio bother us as parents and guides, but don't really bother the heroes all that much. One thing that tends to be particularly hard for parents is fairness. In a community of developing heroes, in any community at all, it will sometimes be unfair, but I can assure you that it's far more fair than anything they're going to encounter in the future. Processes and systems are designed to create transparency and high standards of excellence, which includes following due process in almost every situation. It is unlikely that the experience your child is facing is unnecessarily unfair. In my experience, most young people want to please their parents and leave out details to the story. We're asking you to trust that even if it's a little bit unfair at times, that you take the opportunity to share experience from your life about how life is sometimes unfair and encourage them to pick up the tools that they have to make the studio a better place. One of the best lessons a hero can learn is to use the injustices that you feel as fuel for change. Ask them to have the courage to make the studio a better place. A hero's journey offers you an opportunity to take on a new adventure, inevitably facing difficult trials and facing some difficult dilemma. It's courage, grit, and perseverance to push through that gives the hero a chance to transform. I promise you, your child will grow with each struggle they face. This is the safest place to learn some of life's greatest lessons. If you can trust them, encourage them, and empathize with them, your child will grow in ways that you didn't expect.